The next creature is an evolution of the Gorgon, which is known as the Brazen Gorgon. So these guys are basically created from those who worship archdevils, and they alter the Gorgon process, and it makes it so that way it's more diabolical version of it. It's a lot stronger, as well as it's still its basic bull-like animatronic. However, it now has glowing eyes and intense heat that surrounds it. And we're going to go ahead and look at their basic stat block and how to use them in your campaigns. Maybe if you want to use them, I don't know. Anyway, so the Brazen Gorgon is pretty powerful. It's a large construct. It has 19 AC. It has got 161 hit points. 40-foot movement. It's a CR9, so it's very powerful. It's immune to fire, interesting enough. But I guess that makes sense because it has a flame aura. This 3d8, just, at the end of each of its turns, it actually does that damage. I want to point out, which is really powerful, really powerful. If a player had that, that'd be amazing. Imagine just walking up to someone and because I end my turn, you take damage. There's no saving throw either, so that's dumb. I want to point out, very powerful. And then they also have illumination because obviously they're producing light. Additionally, they also have a multi-attack, so that was just their traits. Now we're actually gonna get into their attacks. So first off, they got the Gore attack, which does an average of 21 damage with fire included at piercing fire, and they also just have a smelting charge, which basically they can move without attack of opportunities, and it makes creatures do a saving throw of 16, which is kind of high. Not the impossible though, especially for higher level characters. So it does an average of 26 damage, and it basically pulls into the space and grapples them. And if it, let's see here, if the Gorgon already has a creature grappled, the target is knocked prone instead, and the grapple ends with a restrain and all that stuff. Anyway, I think that these, creatures are very powerful. I would not use them in my campaign. Even probably the lowest I would see it, I think, is like level 7, just because of the flame aura. Like, it's a large creature, so it's going to take up double the amount of space. So you could probably hit like 4 players easily, especially if they're trying to get flanking. And you can go ahead and use these in any area that, like ancient ruins, hills, anything like that. And overall, I think they're pretty cool to use, but I think it's very situational, and I think you should think about what you want in your campaign when you're using them, because, at least they don't have that, overall petrification. That's pretty good and kind of crazy, kind of cool.